Today, I will discuss management and general and planning function, two important concepts that help organizations achieve their goals effectively. First, let us understand what management is. Management is the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources, such as people, money, materials, and information in order to achieve the goal of an organization. Every successful organization, whether it is a business, school, government, agency, or small project, relies on good management. Managers are responsible for guiding people, making decisions, and ensuring that work is done efficiently, effectively. Security management refers to the process of protecting people, property, information, and assets from threat, risks, and harm. It involves planning, organizing, and implementing strategies to ensure safety in organizations such as business, school, government, offices, and other institutions. The main goal of security management is to prevent incidents like theft, accident, unauthorized access, and other security risks. Security planning is the process of identifying possible threats, assessing risks, and creating strategies to prevent or respond to security problems. It is an important part of security management because it helps organizations prepare for situations that may cause harm or loss. Every organization, such as business, schools, hospitals, and government institutions, needs an effective security plan. Without proper planning, it would be difficult to respond quickly and efficiently to emergencies like theft, accident, natural disaster, or unauthorized access. Security policies are formal rules and guidelines designed to protect an organization's people, property, and information. These policies serve as a framework that helps employees understand their responsibilities. In maintaining safety and security without a clear security policies, it will be difficult for an organization to manage risks and respond properly to security incidents.
Hello everyone, my name is Roberto Emira Jr. I will discuss illustration of security policy. Number one is non-union company. The company recognizes the loyalty of its employees and its obligation as a corporate citizen to the community and those fosters and cooperative attitude in the protection of personnel and property. In a non-union company, there is no workers' union representing the employees. The management makes decisions and employees deal individually with the employer instead of through a union. The next is company with union. The company recognizes loyalty of its employees and citizens to the community in those practices and aggressive policy of prosecution regarding theft within the company. A company with a union is a company where employees are represented by a labor union that negotiate with management for their rights, wage, and working condition. And the next is information security policy. Information security policy recognizes the priority interests of the client who utilize the facilities of the center, strictly controls dissemination of management information on strictly need-to-know basis and only to such persons that been specifically cleared to receive such information. It explains how employees should handle, protect, and use information such as file, password, computers, and company data to keep them safe. And the next is operating level policy. Operating level policy are framework framework of rules and guidelines that govern the daily routine action of an organization to ensure consistency, compliance, and efficiency. Operating level policy are specific guidelines that direct employees on how to carry out day-to-day tasks and operation in an organization. And the next is financing, providing or raising funds. Process of acquiring funds for business operation, investment or personal purchase, typically involving loans with interest or equality. Stealing ownership. Financing is the process of obtaining or providing money for fund a business project or activity. It means getting money to start, run, or expand a business to pay for something important.
Good day everyone, my name is Gina Talaid and I will be discuss the budget costs and justification. So salary expenses. Salary expenses as a refer to the total personnel cost or total compensation earned by the employee for service provided during the specific accounting period, which means that they compensate employees or security personnel for the work and service they provide to the organization. And number two, sundry expenses. Sundry expenses are small, infrequent, and miscellaneous costs incurred during business operation that do not fit into specific regular accounting categories. This is the means that to cover a small and musculous operational cost needed for the daily activity. Then, number three, capital expenditures. So, funds used by the company to acquire, upgrade, and maintain physical assets such as purchased or communication equipment, computer, firearms, and bolt or etc. So the capital expenditures is means to purchase or improve long-term asset that helps strengthening the organization operational security. Organizing. Organizing is the orderly arrangement of manpower and material resources that effectively carry out their intended purpose. So it means that the different level in organizing where information and reports are collected and analyzed and shared to many people that make decision, and these labels include the operational, managerial, and strategical label. Organization relationship. So, line authority is the base in the relationship between a superior and subordinate level. So, this means that to maintain clear command and supervision between a superior and subordinate. Staff authority. Staff authority is based on relationship between the manager and auxiliary and facility groups and the line organization. This means to provide advice, assistance, and support to managers in making decisions and improve operations. Typical security organization. Typical security organization is protect an entity, people, property, and information through a structured, risk-based approach involving leadership, operations, and compliance. So this means that the instructor group within the organizations responsible for protecting each property, information, and people by using proper leadership, daily security operation, and compliance within the rules and policies. Agency operator and security director. So, leader, an individual who guide, direct, or inspire a group or organization or country towards goal. So, this means is to guide and influence people so they can work together to achieve the organization's goals. And then, number two, Company executive. Company executive is a high-level manager responsible for running an organization, setting strategic goals, and making key decisions to drive growth and efficiency. So this means that to manage the organizations, make important decisions, and set strategic for the growth and success. Number three, executive with a high visibility. Executive with a high visibility is a visibly recognized and participants in the various company activity as much as sought after speaking in his area expertise. So this means is that executive is to represent the organization, share expertise, and actively engage in company and public activities. Innovator is an individual or an organization that introduced new ideas, products, method, or technologies acting as a pioneer or trailblazer in their field. So this means that innovator is to introduce new idea, methods, or technologies that improve process and help the organization process. Concealer, advisor. He can provide advice, suggest alternative, and help solve problem. So this means that the counselor or advisor is to guides and suggest possible solution and help other better decision when they facing problems. Then trainer. Trainer is he established professional individual who instruct or develop and keep his people attuned with times and various requirements. So the trainer is to teach, develop skills, and ensure that the 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 employee are acknowledged and capable of meeting job requirements. And then 7. Contemporary professional. He keeps abreast with current development in profession by participating in meeting, conference, and seminar. So the contemporary professional is means that to stay update with the latest development and trend and practice in their profession. Number 8, goal setter. So the goal setter, he established objects and defines the goal to be achieved. So this means that to establish clear object and guide the organization or team toward achieving those goals. Then staffing and administration ranks and positions. Security agencies operation or owner must observe the required measures and position in the organization of the agencies as prescribed by the implementing rules and regulation of RA 5487. So this means that this refers to a proper assignment or personnel ranks and jobs position in the security agency to ensure effectively management and operation according to the rules and regulation of the law. So the under Republic Act number 5487 is the owner or operator of a security agency must follow the required position and organizational structure that state in its implementing rules regulation to ensure the agencies operates legally and efficiently. Security management staff. So, number 1, security director or SD, agency manager slash chief security officer shall be responsible for the entire operation and administration management of the security agency. This means that the security director is responsible for overseeing and managing the entire operation and administration of the security agency to ensure that all security activities and personnel function properly. Then Security Executive Director or SED, Assistant Agency Manager slash Assistant Chief Security Officer are responsible for overseeing day-to-day security operation, managing security personnel, enforcing regulation and ensuring that efficient and safety of the organization, so that the security executive director is assisted in managing the security agency by supervising daily operation and overseeing security personnel and ensure that the rules and safety procedures are properly followed. Then security staff director or SSD, Staff Director for Operational and Staff Director for Administration. Then, Security Staff Director or SSD or Staff Director for Operations and Staff Director for Administrations are responsible for the professionalization of the personnel, procurement requirements, informing of award, mobility, and ensuing of AS IFAST. So this means that the security staff director manage personnel development, recruitment, and procurement of staff, processing of award, personnel mobility or assignment, and the ensuing of firearm for security personnel. Security guard 1 or watchman or guard is the one who actually posted as a watchman or a guard. Number 2, security guard 2, chief in charge, is responsible for the security officer who are scheduled in a certain shift for a particular period. Then 3, security guard 3, post in charge, are responsible for the entire detailed security office within the center of the establishment. Hiring. This process involves resourcing or candidates through advertisement or referral, interviewing, shortlisting, background investigation, selection of the best candidate, and finally preparing for the job offer. So this means is the process of finding, evaluating, and choosing the best candidate for a job, starting from the advertising, the position of the receiver, referral, then interviewing, shortlisting, and conducting background check, and finally offering the job to the most qualified applicant. Training and professional development are essential, complementary, and distinct strategies for employee with the growth. So this means is the training helps the employees quickly get better in their current job, while professional development helps them growth, spell, and acknowledge for the future role and long-term career growth. So this is for the training professionals development. Appraisal of results. The systematic evaluation of performance, data, or research findings to determine their quality, validity, and significance. So this refers to the evaluation or assessment, which the process carefully reviewing information or work to judge its effectiveness and accuracy. Promotions. Promotions is deserved. Employee is one of the important functions of the security executive. So, um, promotion means that recognize and advising employees who perform well or show potentials of their works. Morally and welfare comprises program, surveys, and initiatives designed to enhance the quality of life, mental well-being, and a job satisfaction of personnel and their families. So, comprises program, surveys, and initiative design is to enhance the quality of life, mental well-being, and a job satisfaction of a person and their lives or their families, which this employees welfare program, which are activities and benefits aimed to support the employees overall for their well-being. Then communication. Communication the exchange of informations, ideas, and emotion between the individuals or group via verbal, nonverbal, written, or a visual channel. So this means that the exchange of the informations, ideas, and emotion between the individuals or a groups via verbal, nonverbal, or written or visual channel is defined the communication. The essential of the process of sharing message effectively and organizations. That's all. Thank you.